right, I've been working on my deck the last few days. What happened was water's been splashing up against the house and is just rotting out the plate, the 2x6 that goes against the house. I guess it's bolted to the to substructure. I guess it's called. I don't know. The sill. That's it. It's called, yeah, the sill. I guess it's bolted to the sill, and I was worried about the sill rotting out. You know, it kind of rotted out, the 2x6 that actually holds the whole deck up. And I put braces underneath. It rotted out, but not to the point where it's collapsing, but almost. Some boards were coming down, were falling through, and this is getting to be a little dangerous. So I fixed underneath it really, really good. I put all these supports and pressure treated wood, and it really came out good. And I got this 2x6, and I screwed that to the house. I put silicone underneath, and I sealed it up on top so no water can get down. And actually I have it, see, you can have it, I have it on a little bit of a slant there. So if any water does splash up on that from the rain, it'll just roll right off now off the deck. It'll just roll right off into the and water my barberries. Well, anyway, the reason why I'm making this video is because sometimes you got to get these boards out, and it is really tough to get to. Really, the easiest way is the easiest way to get those rusted screws out or the boards out is if you can get underneath the deck and hit it with a hammer and just pound them up. Now, if you want to save the board, if you're looking to turn the boards around for some reason or another, then you just use a piece of 2x4, hit it with a hammer, and those rusted screws will pop right out. They will. Guaranteed. I've done it. Because you can see this board, you see the one board I turned around, it was cupped the other way, and for years and years and years I said, someday I'm going to turn that around, and I mean, that was like 15 years ago I said that. And well, I'm working on a deck. I mean, it was foolish. I had practically the whole deck apart. It was foolish not to turn that one board around. So you can see it's like brand new. See, it's green. It's that was underneath all the time, on the bottom. It was never exposed. So it's like brand new. And I pressure washed this. I got to re-pressure washer it because I got some silicone on. I made a mess. And I don't want to paint this side of the house anyway. So after I paint everything, I know I'm going to spill paint somewhere. And I'll just power wash it all up. Get it all cleaned up again. Alright, so now that's the easiest way to get a board out. Get underneath there and hammer them up, man. Those things. Now sometimes you just cannot. You cannot get those. You can't have access to underneath the deck. There are times. And how do you get those screws out? There's a lot of guys. They claim, oh, you put a drill bit in and you drill them out. You try to drill them those stainless steel screws or whatever. It just ain't gonna happen. And you try digging around it, then you screw up the board. It's just very difficult when they're rotted out. Now, if they're only like 2-3 years old, 5 years old, the screws will come right out, no problem. But this deck is like 25-30 years old. And those screws, they're rotted. They're just barely holding on, And if you see, I can't, it's hard to tell. But I re-screwed just about all of the boards. I had just about all of these boards out. And, okay, so let me get to the point. Okay, to get the boards out where it's screwed in and you just can't get to them, you can't dig them out. No way, and you can't get from underneath, all right? Okay. You see the screw I put in here? The one screw in here. Put another screw on the other side. Okay? Very easy. You have a crowbar, good crowbar. Even if you don't have a crowbar, you can use a good, leverage bar or something. Or a hammer. Even I've done it with a hammer, right? I tell you, this works 99.9% of the times. Very, very simple. So simple. Put a screw in like that, right? Just on the end somewhere where there's good meat, right? Get your crowbar. Get it underneath. Get your crowbar underneath it. All right. Well, I'm trying to do this one-handed and film this. Okay. And just pull back. Pull back. And see the board come right up. Works every time. And then you put a screw on the other side and you just repeat it and just ease the board up, you know. I've been doing that the last few days with some of these stubborn boards because there's some spots underneath that I just couldn't bang them up, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to make a quick video. Somebody's struggling with that. That's an easy, you know, easy way to get the boards up. All right, thanks for watching.